Germany, known for its strong economy and social programs, has a secret poverty. Despite its reputation for prosperity and efficiency, there is a side of Germany that many do not see. Underneath the success, many people struggle to get by. The stark contrast between the wealthy and the poor is a growing concern. It's a hidden problem that makes us question if Germany is fair to everyone. The disparity is evident in the juxtaposition of luxury cars cruising past impoverished neighborhoods. Germany has the fourth biggest economy in the world and is very stable in Europe. Its cities are filled with modern skyscrapers and thriving businesses. But even with all this wealth, millions of people are poor. In the shadows of these economic giants, many live in modest homes or cramped apartments. It's a complicated problem with roots in Germany's history, society, and economic policies. The issue is deeply intertwined with the nation's past and present. Officially, about 16% of people are poor. This statistic, however, only scratches the surface of the real situation. This number might seem low compared to other countries, but it doesn't show the whole story. Many families live on the edge, constantly at risk of falling into poverty. Many families barely make enough money and could become poor if something unexpected happens. A sudden illness, job loss, or economic downturn can push them over the edge. This video looks at the many sides of poverty in Germany. We will delve into the lives of those affected and understand the multifaceted nature of this issue. We'll see the struggles of different people, from older people collecting bottles to single moms trying to care for their kids. Their stories are a testament to resilience and the human spirit. Come with me as we explore Germany and discover stories of strength, sadness, and hope in this hidden crisis. Together, we will uncover the reality behind the statistics and see the faces of those who live this reality every day. One of the saddest parts of poverty in Germany is what happens to older people. These individuals, who have spent their entire lives contributing to society, now find themselves in a dire situation. They should be enjoying their golden years, but instead, they are struggling to make ends meet. Imagine a country where senior citizens, after working their whole lives, have to collect bottles just to have enough money for food. It's a heartbreaking reality that many face daily. These elderly individuals roam the streets, searching through trash cans and public bins, hoping to find enough recyclables to earn a few extra euros. This is the sad truth for more and more retired people in Germany. The sight of elderly people rummaging through bins is becoming increasingly common. It's a stark reminder of the growing economic divide and the challenges faced by those who are no longer part of the workforce. Germany's retirement system used to be really good, but now it's in trouble. Once a model for other nations, the system is now strained under the weight of an aging population. Pensioners gather in parks, not to relax, but to discuss their financial woes and share tips on how to stretch their limited resources. There are more older people and fewer workers, which means there isn't enough money for everyone's retirement. The demographic shift has created a significant imbalance. With fewer young workers contributing to the pension system, the funds are depleting faster than they can be replenished. This is especially hard for people who had low-paying jobs or didn't work all the time, maybe because they were taking care of their families. Many of these individuals sacrificed their careers to care for loved ones, and now they are paying the price. Their pensions are meager, and they struggle to cover basic living expenses. For these older people, every penny matters. They meticulously budget their limited income, often having to choose between buying food or medicine. The stress of financial insecurity takes a toll on their health and well-being. They collect bottles and cans, bending over recycling bins just to survive. It's a physically demanding task, especially for those with health issues. Yet they persist because it's one of the few ways they can supplement their income. This is something you wouldn't expect to see in a rich country like Germany, and it shows how serious the hidden poverty problem is. The contrast between the affluent cityscape and the struggling elderly is jarring. It highlights the hidden poverty that exists even in one of the world's wealthiest nations. Seeing these older people struggle reminds us that even in a wealthy country, you might not have enough money when you retire. It's a sobering reality that underscores the importance of a robust and fair retirement system. No one should have to spend their twilight years in such hardship. It shows us how important it is to fix the retirement system and help the people who need it most. The voices of these elderly individuals must be heard. They are advocating for change, not just for themselves, but for future generations. Ensuring a dignified retirement for all should be a priority for any society. Germany has a good economy, often seen as one of the strongest in Europe. The country boasts a high standard of living, with a robust job market and a well-developed social security system, and most people live well, enjoying the benefits of a stable and prosperous society. The picturesque parks, bustling cafes, and serene suburban neighborhoods paint a picture of contentment and well-being. But it's also expensive to live there. The cost of living in Germany, particularly in major cities like Berlin, Munich, and Frankfurt, can be quite high. Everyday expenses such as groceries, transportation, and utilities add up quickly. While people earn good money, things like food and rent are also expensive, especially in big cities. The housing market is particularly challenging, with rental prices soaring and affordable housing becoming increasingly scarce. This creates something called relative poverty, where people have enough money to survive but not enough to live comfortably. They may have a roof over their heads and food on the table, but the quality of life is compromised. For people who earn minimum wage or a little more, paying for rent, food, and bills is really hard. They often have to rely on public transportation and shop at discount stores to make ends meet. They have to make tough choices, sometimes going without important things just to get by. This could mean skipping meals, delaying medical care, or not buying new clothes for their children. They worry about unexpected costs like doctor bills or car repairs, which could make things even worse. These unforeseen expenses can push them further into debt and financial instability. This is especially hard for single parents, usually moms. They bear the dual burden of earning an income and taking care of their children, often without any support. These moms have to work and take care of their kids, and it's hard to find affordable childcare. The high cost of childcare can eat up a significant portion of their income, leaving little for other necessities. They have to deal with complicated government programs, and sometimes people judge them for needing help. Navigating the bureaucracy can be time-consuming and frustrating, adding to their stress. Relative poverty is a tough problem. It affects not just the individuals but entire families and communities, creating a cycle of hardship that is difficult to break. It traps families and makes it hard to have a good life. The constant struggle to make ends meet takes a toll on their physical and mental health and limits their opportunities for a better future. It stops them from having better opportunities and makes it hard to plan for the future. Without adequate support and resources, breaking free from the cycle of relative poverty remains a daunting challenge for many. Poverty isn't the same everywhere in Germany. Big cities like Munich, Hamburg, and Frankfurt are doing well, but smaller towns in the countryside are often left behind. This shows that not everyone in Germany is successful. Rural areas have their own problems. Jobs in farming and factories have disappeared, and young people move to cities for better opportunities. This leaves older people behind and less money for the towns. There's not enough money for things like roads, hospitals, and schools in these areas. It's hard to get important services, and there aren't many good jobs. This creates a cycle of poverty where it's hard to escape. To fix this, we need to help these towns create jobs and make sure everyone has access to important services. Making things more equal everywhere in Germany is important for everyone. Section 5. Echoes of the Past, Historical Divisions and Their Legacy. To understand poverty in Germany, we need to look at its history. East and West Germany were separate for over 40 years, and that still affects things today. After reunification in 1990, East Germany changed quickly, but it was hard. Things are better now, but the communist past, where the government controlled everything, still has an impact. Unemployment is higher in the East, and people don't earn as much. This makes some people in the East angry because they feel forgotten. Also, it's harder for people in the East to get a good education and good jobs, which keeps some families poor for generations. To fix this, we need to help the East catch up so everyone in Germany has the same chances. Section 6. Immigrants and Integration Facing an Uphill Battle. Germany has become much more diverse with many immigrants and refugees. This has been good for Germany, but it's also hard to make sure everyone feels welcome and has equal opportunities. Immigrants often face problems. It can be hard to learn the language, some people discriminate against them, and it's sometimes hard to get jobs that match their skills. This can trap them in low-paying jobs and make it hard to find a good place to live. It's especially hard for refugees who had to leave their countries because of war or danger. They often arrive with nothing and have a hard time starting over. We need to help them and create programs so they can become part of German society and have a good life. Section 7. Social Safety Net. A system strained but still strong. Germany has programs to help people who are struggling. These programs help people who lose their jobs, pay for healthcare, help families with children, and help people find housing. These programs are very important and help millions of people, but these programs are struggling. Everything is getting more expensive, there are more older people, and social problems are getting more complicated. This makes it hard for these programs to help everyone. Also, these programs can be complicated and hard to understand, especially if you don't speak German well or don't know how to use computers. This can stop people from asking for help, which can make things worse for them. Section 8. Towards a more equitable future, addressing the root causes. To fix poverty in Germany, we need to fix the things that cause it. We need to help people get better education and job skills, create more jobs, and make sure everyone earns enough money to live on. We also need more affordable homes. Rent is very expensive, especially in cities, and this makes many people poor. We need to build more affordable homes and control how much rent can cost so everyone has a safe and affordable place to live. We also need to treat everyone equally and make sure everyone has the same opportunities. This means stopping discrimination, helping people who are struggling, and making sure everyone has a fair chance. A fair society is the right thing to do, and it's good for the economy too. Section 9. A call to action. Empathy and engagement for a better Germany. Poverty in Germany is a complicated problem and there's no easy fix. Everyone needs to work together, the government, businesses, charities, and regular people, to make Germany more fair so everyone has a chance to succeed. We've seen that poverty affects many different people. Older people collecting bottles, single moms struggling to feed their kids, and immigrant families facing discrimination. These are real people with real stories, and we need to help them. We can't ignore the hidden poverty around us. We need to understand these problems and work together to find solutions. If we all work together, we can make Germany a place where everyone, no matter who they are or where they come from, can have a good life.